on DC News Now.
Scooters set on fire overnight. How several delivery drivers in Southeast DC are picking up the pieces tonight.
Chillier air has returned across the DMV. We'll let you know if it sticks around into the weekend.
Plus, early voting begins in Maryland. What's top of mind for voters as they head to the polls? DC News Now is your local election headquarters.
And basketball is back. The Washington Wizards host the reigning NBA champs, the Boston Celtics, in their season opener tonight. We're live at Capital One Arena.
And not your usual monument, the latest addition on the National Mall and how long it plans to stink around.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And good afternoon. I'm Annalisa Gale. Well, right now, 4 delivery drivers in Southeast Washington are without a transportation option after someone set their moped scooters on fire overnight.
It happened along B Street Southeast overnight. That's where we find DC News Now's Randy Bash, and she has a look at the physical and emotional damage left behind.
DC Fire got the call overnight, right around 1 o'clock in the morning, arriving to find these bikes set on fire, saying someone did it on purpose. And now several delivery drivers in Southeast DC are trying to pick up the pieces. New video from neighbors showing the moment someone set that fire. Investigators calling it arson. Uber Eats and DoorDash drivers Jefferson Arias and Nelson Varela heartbroken, seeing the damage to their scooters.
Me sentí mal.
I felt bad. I felt helpless. I wasn't able to do anything. The 2 brothers now without a way to make a living. We don't mess with anyone. We just got home from work, left the scooters there. We don't understand why they did this to us. Varela can't catch a break. He says he just had his scooter and phone stolen at gunpoint this past Sunday and had just replaced it. Yesterday, I had the chance to be able to buy this scooter. That was about $1,000. And then last night, I wasn't even able to use it because they set it on fire. They tell us their scooters are more than just a way to make money. It's also their main way of getting around and getting essentials for their families. Neighbors across the street upset to hear what happened on their block.
These bikes are literally their way of feeding themselves, rent, bills, food, etc. So trying to destroy their bikes is you trying to destroy their lives.
The 2 drivers estimating it could take up to a week to replace or repair the bikes at a hefty cost. We have to buy a lot of things that were destroyed before they can get back to work and back on the road. In Southeast, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right. Well, thanks, Randy. Well, developing now, a pedestrian had to be rushed to the hospital in Montgomery County after being hit by a car on Bradley Boulevard near Fairfax Road. We're told that person was walking their dog earlier today in Chevy Chase when it happened there.
In the district, crews are working to fix a water main break that it broke along Michigan Avenue on Water Street. Crews say that around 7:30 this morning, they rescued a man trapped in high water. Roads will stay closed for the rest of the day, and drivers are being asked to use alternative routes to commute. Now, first responders say that even more traffic would have been impacted if it weren't for DC Water's quick response.
We're very fortunate that DC Water was able to control it as quickly as they did. Also, because it was rush hour, that there weren't more vehicles that found themselves in that predicament. Again, we have a standing rule. If you see high water in front of you, turn around, don't drown.
As no customers were impacted, and repairs should take 8 to 10 hours. A live look outside at the Washington Monument. Beautiful skies, a little windy, but not bad.
Not bad. Turning over to meteorologist Damon Matson for a look at our evening forecast now. Damon, lots of people getting ready to go to that game at the Capital One Arena.
Exactly right. And yeah, it's another beautiful day, but we just had those subtle changes that were brought on by a cold front that rolled through last night. That front is long gone at this point, but some of the chillier air is finally filling in behind it. That's why we have those breezy winds out there that we've been dealing with throughout the day. But later on tonight is when we are truly going to feel this latest burst of chillier air. Look at this. We have frost advisories for the first time in a few days at least. The growing season still ongoing across the eastern half of the DMV, and these advisories cover all counties just west of I-95 and the district. Prince William County, the only county along I-95 involved here, as we will watch temperatures fall into the 30s, and there's likely to be a good amount of frost out there for the coldest valleys. But so far during the daylight hours here, that sunshine has been keeping us at least comfortable. It definitely isn't as warm as it has been. Temperatures right now across the board are pretty much in the 60s outside of southern Maryland, but this is certainly a cool down after we've had 3 straight days in the upper 70s, low 80s each afternoon, and that's just a small bit of that colder air that again will settle in fully tonight. We'll keep clear skies around. The wind that's out there should start to calm down a little bit, and as that happens, temperatures really start to tumble by 10, 11 o'clock. Most of the DMV will be in the 40s. DC will be hanging out in the low 50s. But we'll talk more about this chillier air, if it will last into the upcoming weekend, coming up, and a look at your full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Switching gears to Virginia now, where investigators are trying to figure out what caused a serious crash on I-95 in Fredericksburg this morning. These are some of the images of the aftermath there, which created a mess on the roadways. Officials say one person was hurt, but that person is expected to be okay. And new today, it could be easier to get around on Metro during the weekends if WMATA decides to extend their hours. Leaders say it would help the service to align with the trends in the area, with about 50% of more of weekend travel taking place between 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Instead of overnight hours. They say opening 1 hour earlier would cost around $3 million a year, and it could provide riders with more access to destinations on weekends, including airports.
Is definitely more. I think after that, longer term, as we can squeeze out better maintenance efficiency. So we need to figure out how to use our train fleet and staff as efficiently as possible to drive as many customer trips, because the more trips mean the region performs better.
Metro will consider the proposal at their next meeting as well.
DC News Now is your local election headquarters in Maryland. Early voting is in full swing with thousands heading to the polls.
Yeah, DC News Now's Christian Pena joining us from Silver Spring, Maryland, where people are casting their ballots in Montgomery County.
Never miss an election day. It is a privilege to vote, and I would never dream of missing an election.
Hundreds flocked to the polls Thursday with excitement as early voting began in Maryland. Some of the key issues bringing voters to polls:
education and the right of women to control their own destiny.
I work in food safety, and there's a lot of regulations that got curbed during the previous administration, and we are starting to see the ill effects of that.
In Montgomery County, about 179,000 people have requested mail-in ballots so far, and at least 6,000 people have voted in person. Gilberto Salaya with the Montgomery County Board of Elections says his team is prepared to count each vote through a bipartisan task force as early voting gains momentum.
We have mechanisms in place to protect an individual's interest and desire to vote, whether you're voting in person or if you're voting by mail.
Voters here at the Silver Spring Civic Center tell DC News Now the process has been easy and relatively quick.
The machines are very well designed, and I had forgotten to vote for senator somehow, and it reminded me, which was really good.
Early voting sites are open every day from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and ends at the end of this month. For more information on how to vote, give us a visit at dcnewsnow.com and click on our DMV voting guide under our news tab. For now, reporting in Silver Spring, Maryland, I'm Christian Pena, DC News Now.
Christian, thank you. And new court filings show Virginia voters are coming forward saying that they've been wrongfully removed from the voter rolls ahead of the November election. A federal judge heard arguments today after lawsuits claim Virginia is illegally purging the voter rolls. Now, this comes as Virginia defends its process for removing potential non-citizens from the voter rolls in federal court. State officials have said the process is legal and that there are safeguards in place to prevent eligible citizens from being removed from the voter rolls. However, in a new filing, voting rights groups found 3 incidents of eligible voters being removed. Now, if you believe that you were wrongfully removed from the voter rolls, you can re-register to vote when you cast your ballot on Election Day.
Well, turning now to sports, basketball season is officially back in the district with the Washington Wizards getting ready for tip-off tonight with this season kicking off there.
And they're playing those Boston Celtics. Oh, by the way, the defending champion. Sports reporter Jake Rahm is live at Capital One as the Wizards get ready to host those Celtics in Game 1 of 82. Jake, a long season ahead.
Yeah, Mark and Elisa, it's a long season ahead, and it starts tonight here at Capital One for the Washington Wizards as they are hosting the reigning, defending NBA champions, the Boston Celtics. Now, for the Wizards this season, it's a season more about growth and taking that next step in this rebuild process. Now, taking that next step, it might not just be a season where you see them dominate in the win column per se, but it's definitely a season for growth, especially with this young roster full of young talent. Back on the team's media day, I spoke one-on-one with head coach Brian Keefe. He gave us his message to the fans and what to expect from this young, rebuilding Washington Wizards franchise.
I think it's definitely a defensive emphasis. You're going to see us a defensive culture trying to be built, and we know that's going to be something we're going to work at. And then the team that's going to have ball movement, who's going to share, who's going to have multiple decision makers, who's going to keep working together to find the best shot. I think those are the things that we're going to look for. That we're going to be a team that's going to compete, and we're going to try to build this thing step by step. But it's going to be a product that's going to lead to something sustainable. I think our fans are on board with that, and I think I saw a little bit of that at the beginning, at the end of last year. But now we're going to see much more of that going forward.
All right, so we're about 3 hours and 3 minutes exactly to the opening tip-off of the Washington Wizards season against the Boston Celtics here at Capital One Arena. We'll have plenty more coming at 5 and 6, as well as a full live report recapping the game tonight at 11 p.m. on game night. But for now, live here at Capital One Arena, Jake Rahm, DC News Now.